Hey, Harding?
Oh, Rook, hi. Is there something you need?
Maybe.
Valara made snacks. Seems like you could use one. Food always makes me feel better.
I could use some cheering up, actually.
It's Solus's memory, isn't it?
Was the war really the elves' fault? Neither the elves nor the Titans knew what the other was. I just don't know how to feel.
I won't tell a small, probably angry Titan how she feels. She can feel however she wants.
Thanks. You're the best. It's strange. I don't hate Solus for this, even though a part of me thinks I should. I don't even want revenge. Revenge won't bring the Titans back. It can't erase what happened. And the Inquisitor thinks Solus can be saved. And I want to try. But I just want to talk. As equals. I wonder if I'm capable. In the Titan's heart, the Shade wasn't just angry. She was lost and lonely and confused. Solus didn't just separate us from the Fade. He separated us from each other. I wish I could make him understand what that feels like. Anyway, thanks for checking on me. I'll be all right.
I know. You're Lace Harding, child of Titans.
Yeah.
You can handle anything.
Oh, shut up.
Alright, that was that. Yeah, now Davrin. Also, we have two conversations here with Lucanus and Bellara and Nev and Tash. And we need to pet Asan, of course, as always. Only let me see, just in case.
The fires are lit.
No, nothing to upgrade, but to enchant maybe. Nope, everything is fine here. Okay. Actually, I should remember, like, only if you have a shop rank update, then you can upgrade it. Unless you haven't been able to afford it yet, of course, but I was able to afford it the last time, so I should have remembered.
So, you and Rook? Nice.
Yeah.
I've got the feeling I missed something.
Adari. I can smell it.
Well, that's...
On both of you.
Oh, really? Well, that's interesting.
What? Alright. That's everything. And then... here. Was it not here? No, that was Nev's place. It should be down there, Lucanus and Bellara.
I can't believe it. Your own cousin to kill you. It's just like one of my stories. Danger, intrigue, family drama.
They put that in stories? In Antiva, that's just a regular afternoon.
Do you think he'll ever escape and come after you and then duel you on top of a chandelier above a...
Ara.
Right. Sorry.
Alright, that's done. Now to talk to Davrin. Alright. Hello. There was a Nuck standing next to
Rook,
the
I had an
fire.
idea. I figured it's a good time to check in with Eldrin. See how his Griffin training is coming along. Want to come with me to Arlethan?
Of course.
Sounds like a plan.
It'll be good to see those feathery faces again.
Alright. Check on the Griffins. Let's go. Yeah, both of them. Now that the Griffins
Got
are
company.
free, Davrin wants to know how his feathery charges are adjusting to the new role.
Eldrin, how's the training going?
Just a minute. poachers are nearby. The Hulla are in trouble. Quick, to your positions. Go!
Oh god, they're not ready.
Ever tried gingerwort tea? Oh, it's got some kick.
You're joking.
Yeah,
Who
of
in
course.
their right mind would drink that?
Yeah. Who would?
No one I know.
Though I did hear worms are a big hit with griffins.
Worms? Who said that?
Of Mature. He's a wise old elf I once knew.
What?
Right.
Looks like you met your match there, Eldrin.
They know none of this is real. Won't waste the effort.
You need to rouse the raptor in them.
That gives me an idea.
Wait, what's happening?
The Hulla are in trouble, and unarmed hunters nearby. Attack!
What? For real?
They got it!
That was not so nice. But should I have noticed like before I put on the armor? What? Oh god. Okay. We can't go that route. We cannot go this. I mean, we don't need to go. Let's go here. Yeah. Oh, wait. I had that already. Then either when enemies are taunted, they take 300 physical damage, or when enemies are taunted, they take 45 damage per second. Let's take the physical damage. Alright. Now, let's take care of the quest to meet Morrigan in the crossroads. Okay, first of all, we're gonna change to Harding because Harding knows Morrigan. And I think it might be nice for them to see each other. And Nev as well. Alright, why do I start up here again? In any case, Morrigan.
Well met, Rook.
How did you get here?
I did tell you I had my ways through Alluvians when I introduced you to the Inquisitor, did I not?
The Alluvians in general, yes, but not the Dread Wolf's crossroads.
I would think you have more pressing questions at the moment. Questions about Solus and Mythal?
Mythal?
The two gods have always been linked, have they not? First, when Mythal bade her companion spirit to abandon the Fade and take on mortal form. Then, when Solus spilled Mythal's mortal blood, that he might absorb her power as his own.
Wait. How do you know exactly what we saw of Solus's past?
Think upon it, Rook. You saw for yourself in the Dread Wolf's memories. When Mythal stood against the gods' manipulations of the Blight, she was betrayed and struck down. Yet she survived and returned ages later to aid the Inquisition in its hour of need. How?
Something about spirits? Ancient elven magic? Let me go for that.
The elven gods had access to magic beyond anything we can imagine.
To be sure, but it matters less what they possessed than what they were. You recall that the first elves were spirits, do you not? Mythal was a spirit turned elven. And when her body was struck down, to spirit she returned. Her essence sheltered in a willing mortal vessel. Over the centuries, she journeyed from host to host, slowly amassing her former power anew.
Yeah.
Until once again, she was struck down, on this occasion, by Solus. He absorbed her power, but not her memories.
Then where did they... Wait. You?
As you say.
What do you mean? I mean, Morrigan... Morrigan is not Mythal, right? No, she's just the daughter of Flemeth. And Flemeth was Mythal. But does Morrigan have the memories of her mother then? Wow. Okay.
You're Mythal.
She has
That's
the
why the
memories of
ambient
Mythal.
magic around you is so fractured.
Such a flattering picture you paint of this ancient bond.
I would say she became Mythal when Flemeth was killed. Probably that way.
What? That was like how Elganon and Gillenane can talk in your head, but
'Twas Mythal you heard, her echoes. Yet I am not the goddess returned.
Yeah, okay.
What
It's
are you
the way
then?
I thought in the beginning. Okay.
I once feared Mythal would consume me were I to carry her, but 'twas not so. I remain free-willed and mortal. What I now possess is but a spark of Mythal, shadowed memories through which to sift for meaning. As to our admixture, I suspect you have questions.
Yeah, I'd like to move on. No, I want to ask questions.
you would have met Solus in the Inquisition, right?
I did indeed. 'Twas before I possessed Mythal's memories.
Yeah.
At the time, I thought Solus a scowling elven apostate whose sole passion was finding arguments. He heard me, in all my ignorance, expound on the histories of the elven people, explaining legends he had witnessed himself.
Bet he loved that.
'Tis not a memory that brings me pride.
I'm just thinking, like, in Inquisition there was a moment when you could decide if she would drink from the well or your Inquisitor. But that cannot be connected to this, because obviously that would be a decision and it wouldn't work for those people who are, well, like me, who decided that the Inquisitor took that. Drank from the well, I mean. So yeah, it can't be connected to that.
Do you have information we can use against Gillenane or Elganon? Or Solus?
The last time Mythal faced Elganon and Gillenane, she was struck down by the very dagger you now carry.
What about Solus?
You may recall he murdered Mythal's former host to claim her godly might as his own. I hoard no untapped magical secrets, Rook. What I do possess, I share freely with you and the Veil Jumpers.
Okay.
All right. So, there's the soul of an elven god inside you. How does that even happen?
Mythal's last host was my mother, Flemeth.
I knew that, yes.
Oh.
Yes.
When I learned she intended me to become the next receptacle of an ancient god's soul, I feared naught would be left of my own. It inevitably came to pass on a deep night. I was awakened by the presence of a blaze of magic in the shape of a woman who both was and was not my mother.
Okay.
Wow. You woke up to a god floating over you.
'Twas a state between dream and wakefulness where strange things may happen to the spirit. Mythal's memories were both gift and burden, the amazing woman told me, but I must accept them of my own accord. The decision was paralyzing. What would it mean to become such a host? What would be lost if I refused? In the end, 'twas something in my mother's voice which guided me.
What was that?
Regret. Not the regret of a god, but of a mother who knew she would never see me again. And so, my mind remains my own. What I gained was knowledge, both Mythal's and of those who bore her.
How can you carry Mythal's soul if you're not an elf?
Her spark has sheltered within both elves and humans who were sympathetic to her in thought and circumstance. Mythal's last host was a woman wronged, trapped by those sworn to love her. We may readily imagine their kinship.
All right. That's everything.
You didn't come out here just to tell me you're Mythal.
I am not Mythal in her entirety, but yes, the Dreadwolf has occasion to visit you in dreams, where he portions out advice. And now, after finding his memories, you have peered into his deepest sorrows. Tell me then, what do you make of Solus?
I should ask you. Mythal knew Solus better than anyone.
I would influence your answer. Or do you mean to discover if I would stand directly against the Dread Wolf were there a need?
Would you?
I shall aid you in any way but that, even had I the power. What has passed between Solus and Mythal? I beg you, do not ask this of me again.
Solus has done terrible things. What he did to Varric, what he did to Mythal, what he would have done to the whole world. But it's not because he's just trying to rule the world. He's trying to fix things. He's helping us now.
'Tis true. His intentions were always pure, whatever his actions may have been. 'Tis not malice which made Solus your opponent, but conviction, a belief that only he may halt what he set in motion. Yet Solus was once beloved of Mythal. 'Tis his very loyalty and love for his people that led to the tragedy we now face. You may be in a position to determine how it ends, more so than either of you might realize.
Well,
maybe there's a way we all get what we want.
Do you truly believe such a thing?
Well, maybe at least what we deserve.
If you would shape the outcome of your battle, I've one last secret to share. When Mythal was struck down by the other gods, it was with her own lyrium dagger, the dagger you now carry.
yeah, she said
Solus
that before.
recovered it from Elganon, and from it extracted a fragment of Mythal that had lain hidden within its depths. This fragment, a younger sister to the one I carry, if you will, resides here, in the crossroads. I can open the way for you. Find her, survive the encounter, and the essence you obtain will aid you in times to come.
All right. Okay, sounds good.
Another fragment of Mythal, in addition to the one inside you.
You are aware of what the word fragment means, are you not? One small piece of many, formed when something greater is broken. The first elves were spirits, as you well know, and when a spirit is broken, it may shatter into pieces, each holding part of the original. Among the ancient elves who became known as gods, Dirthaman and his brother, Falondine, are but one example.
Okay.
All of that sounded great until I survived the encounter.
You know Solus, and have seen Elganon, and memories of Mythal. They are creatures of emotion, as all spirits are. The fragment of Mythal that resides in me lived among mortals for thousands of years. She has grown wiser and more patient. This younger sister has not. She is the essence of Mythal as a god. She is unlikely to listen to polite requests, and though she is but a fragment of the goddess, the battle will test you sorely.
If she's just going to attack us, why tell us about her at all? We have enough enemies already.
A fragment of a god's essence is a powerful thing. It may give you options against Elganon and Gillenane, or against the Dread Wolf himself, should he prove as cunning and treacherous as ever.
Okay.
If I were to try to talk with her, do you have any suggestions?
She will demand respect, but detest flattery. She appreciates righteous anger, but will not tolerate pity. She is, for want of better phrasing, prickly. But if you are determined to try, then I wish you luck.
Okay. So... righteous. I should show her honor. Don't show pity, and don't flatter her.
You would know this aspect of Mythal better than anyone. Could you try talking to her?
I dare say she would attack me on sight.
Spirits can't get along with fragments of each other.
Spirits, certainly. But the aspects of a self-righteous god who have walked different paths for ages? One bears the insult of her betrayal by the Evanurus, and then by Solus, as fresh wounds, insult upon injury. The other once fell in love with an Alamari chieftain and lived happily in a swamp for centuries. Each reminds the other that another path existed, that they could have been wrong, and nothing angers Mythal like being wrong.
All right.
What kind of spirit was Mythal before she became an elf? I know Solus is elven for pride.
Mythal enjoyed ruling and having power, but it came not from the overweening desire to crush resistance, as is the case with Elganon. The emotion that inspired her might best be described as benevolence, a guiding hand, inclined to kindness. But like any spirit, when angered or twisted against her purpose, a more violent aspect arose. Where the Dreadwolf's wisdom gave way to pride when the world did not meet his standards, Mythal's benevolence gave way to retribution. After all, when kindness fails, the guilty must be punished.
Thank you for the information, Morrigan.
I only ask that you reflect upon what I have said.
Of course.
Dreadwolf is not so apart from the world as he thinks. There, you have the advantage of him.
All right. Well, I'd say let's try our luck. I will save the game, just in case. Let's go. Wait. I have to grab all of that. Okay, now let's go to Mythal. I mean, to the fragment of Mythal.
A god's fragment, sharper than the whole. Prevail, or be sundered completely.
Alright.
We're getting close to where Morrigan said that other fragment of Mythal was.
I can see it there already. Interesting. There's also a way here. Oh no, it's just some way back. I have saved the game already, so...
That has to be her.
Let's go
How
and see.
should we do this, Rook? Do you think she'll talk to us?
Guess we'll find out.
You are Rook. I have seen you and your companions. We made ourselves bodies to be like humans, but I never expected to see humans scurrying about in the Dread Wolf's crossroads. And you know who I am.
Of course.
Mythal.
The part of me that survived betrayal by the rest of the Evanuris, if this can be called surviving. Solus. He drew me from the dagger that struck me down, but what is left of me can only survive here. I cannot return to the world, and even the true Fade is denied me. All I can do is watch. Why are you here? To beg me to give up what remains of myself to help you defeat the monsters Elganon and Gillenane have become? Or do you simply think yourself ready to fight a god?
Yeah, well, let's try to persuade her.
I came here to ask for your help. The gods have endangered the world and...
You dare explain to me what they are doing? You are 1,000 years from knowing the proper words.
We saw Solus's memories, his regrets.
You saw the recollection he cultivated like a tree, twisting to catch the sun. You wish for my help? Convince me.
Indeed,
Make your
what I wanna
case,
do.
and I will yield my essence willingly to help you against Elganon and Gillenane. Fail, and I shall kill you for wasting my time, or you will kill me and obtain my essence in doing so. A harder-edged, simpler version.
All right.
It has been centuries since a petitioner stood before me, so why should I help you?
All right, let's see. We are worthy. I'm not quite sure what that would result in. The problem is it doesn't really say how I would sound like. Solus is helping me. I'm not quite sure she would like to hear that. You know, I probably messed it up, but I have no idea what those options will have. It's not that easy to see.
You can't want Elganon and Gillenay to rule the world. Not after what they did to you.
I ruled alongside them for centuries. I bear them no love now, and they were ever flawed, as all rulers are. Yet the world needs rulers. So set the Blight aside and tell me why I should help you topple them.
They wronged you? I'm not sure if that would not mean pity.
What they did to you was wrong.
And you care so deeply
I didn't
for the
want to say
injustice done
that
to me
like that.
thousands of years ago.
That's
You deserve justice. And they deserve to be punished for misusing their power and killing you when you tried to check them.
Not bad, but not enough. Let us speak of something else.
Okay. The Blight. I guess she said put that aside, but let me say that.
If I don't stop the gods, the whole world will be corrupted by the Blight.
That is why you must succeed, so tell me why I must help you.
We know the truth about the Blight. We know it came from the imprisoned dreams of the Titans after you and Solus defeated them.
And?
People will die. You stood against it.
Stopping the Blight mattered enough for you to talk with Solus even after he rebelled against you. It mattered enough for you to stand against the other gods.
And I was struck down for doing so, betrayed by those I had ruled beside for centuries.
You made the difficult choice to protect your home because it was the right thing to do. Help me do the same.
If you wish to prove your worth, you must do better than that.
Okay. I'm not sure if we are worthy is good or Solus is helping me. If I say Solus is helping me, well, I'm trying to say we are worthy.
I am worthy of your help.
I need
That
to
is for
explain
me
that.
to judge.
Yeah.
I am fighting to protect this world.
Any petty tyrant can fight those who come to their land and claim to be protecting their people. I have seen rulers, human as you are, the mages of Tevinter, following in the Elven Empire's footsteps. They build nothing that does not serve them. Why should I believe you are any better? What is a protector to you?
Alright then. I'm not sure. Killing monsters is not really... It just says that I like to kill. Building a safe place is not really helping it. Trying to be like you could be admirable, but it's a bit too risky. It could be too flirty, and I don't want that. Let me say this now.
Protecting a place isn't just fighting enemies. It's knowing people by name. Having their trust. You said you've seen us. Then you've seen Nev Gallus. A human like me. She protects Docktown. And not just by fighting threats, although she did keep a blood mage from hurting her people. She laughs at people's stories and gives coin to people who need a meal. She pets the cats. And she always pays for the fried fish, even though Hal tries to give it to her for free. That's who Nev is. And that's who we all are. We're not rulers. But we're here to protect the places we love.
Yes. I suppose you are. I find you worthy, Rook. I have spent thousands of years watching. I shall miss that. But if what I am can protect the innocent and smite the guilty, this is what remains of me. I give it to you freely. Use it to protect this world with kindness when possible and cunning when necessary.
All right, thanks.
I will. Thank you. The essence of a god.
All right.
Like a piece of the sun. I've never felt something so alive.
All right.
And now? What's the next step?
The god knows her moment. At least her essence does. When the time comes, we'll be ready. We did it.
Mythal's lights.
We've got Mythal's essence.
Well, 250 Veil jumper points. Hey, I wanted to see what that was.
And we...
I couldn't check that. What is it? D plus 80 added fire damage, necrotic damage, electricity damage, and cold damage. Whoa. 50 maximum mana is not that needed, and not that much. And physical damage, we're not using the mage knife anyways, so I guess that would be great to have. Alright. Now... Oh, wait.
Didn't even have to fight her for it.
Not sure what we do with it just yet, but if Morrigan's telling the truth, it'll come in handy at some point.
I want to check if we can actually get there. Yeah, because I saw there was a chest. And a memorial. Memento, that's what it's called, sorry. Alright, and there's another chest. The one that I saw before. Alright. Unique amulets. Plus 20% damage versus enemies with low health. Standard enemies are now always considered to have low health. Does not affect boss enemies. Defeating an enemy grants 5% ultimate. I think I'll keep my blast ability damage. But it's nice to have that in my inventory. Don't think I will need it ever though. Yeah. Alright. Then we can continue with the main quest. Let's talk to the Inquisitor first. In Dogtown.